What's good, y'all? Hope you guys are doing well. For today's shave, we'll be using Gratiot League Square. I can never pronounce that. I love this scent. This might have been the third declaration scent I got alongside Unconditional Surrender many months back. Great scent. Only used it like less than a handful of times, so I was like, I gotta revisit this. Basically, it's a dark leather scent, and since it's middle of December, I thought it'd be perfect to use it. For the brush, I'll be going with my Razorock. Can you see that? Razorock Chubby, too much light. Super high density Silvertip Badger. I guess you would consider this a 3-band because it is a Silvertip. I don't know if you can see it because I loaded it up already. You got 1, 2, 3. So you can see that brownish band. So typically you see 3 bands. They're Silvertips. They're like softer. Typically they have less backbone, but they're much softer. You don't really have to treat them to get the same desirable softness. When I say treat, I'm talking about when the tips of the knot are jelly. So you don't really need that. But as a negative to these Silvertips is they're very floppy. So a lot of people in the community don't like that. So to mitigate this, you can make it very dense, and that costs more money, more badger hair, because Silvertip is like technically the highest quality, so they say. So down the rabbit hole goes. So yeah, let's get into it. Ooh, great scent. Now I loaded super heavy because why not? We'll see how it goes. It's because the puck is really hard on mine. It's one of the older milk steak soaps that I have. Probably closer to the initial release. It's probably one of the first ones. It's been a while, been around for a while, so I thought I'd do a heavy load. Because the last time with the B5, I had to go back to the puck. Awesome. It's a beautiful scent. It's another dark scent, but it's not as dark as like dark fall or anything. Not smoky or anything like that. You get a really strong leather accord. This is like the first thing I get. You just work the leather. Yeah, you get a really strong leather. A little bit of muskiness to it and tiny hint of vanilla. It almost smells like there's whiskey in it, like a small hint of it, but there's no whiskey in the scent notes. So maybe it's in my head. And just like that, we're pretty much good to go. This is like super thick, probably thicker than I'd want it, but it kind of looks hydrated, so I guess don't force it. Oh yeah, for the razor, that's the lather. For the razor, I did not go over that yet. So I'll be using a razor I haven't used in quite some time. This is the Homelike Start. This is I even forgot the gap, the 1.18 gap. I did a first impressions video on it, but you guys I haven't really followed up on it, so pretty cool. It's got a Kai blade on its 3rd use. This is a West Coast shaving handle. Got it for like $5-10 or something, can't remember. It's stainless steel. It does have some weight to it. It's about maybe 85 millimeters, can't remember. Maybe 90, it's pretty long. But yeah, we'll give this razor another chance. I almost got rid of it because I never reached for it, but I said I gotta give it another chance. So, see how that goes. Very smooth. If I had to guess, I would say this blade has either neutral blade exposure or negative. I think it's neutral. Yeah. It's got a similar head design to the Homelike Tega. I think that was actually my very first video on this channel. I think. Yeah. It was a comparison between my Rex Ambassador at the time and my Homelike Tega, which I did let go. God knows where that razor is now. Yeah, I had to let go of that razor. It was just so finicky. It sucked, man. It like you went to go loosen the head and the whole thing falls apart. Like it's just, yeah. Is it cool that you could take the razor apart? I know a lot of people are trying to pick it up right now because it's unobtainium still somehow. But trust me, guys, for $250, you can find better build quality. But this razor is pretty awesome, actually. I found it has, you can see the lather, the hair. I found that it has a little bit more bleed fuel than my adjustable Tega did, but it's not at all aggressive and it's pretty efficient. And I guess that's what a lot of users like, especially beginners. They don't want a lot of safety razors with like bleed feel because they can find it intimidating, or they can get irritation because they haven't adapted their technique to more aggressive razors, or to use lighter pressure rather. And that's not to say someone that's like a veteran has to like more blade feel. Quite the contrary. Some of them many still like less blade feel. It's all about preference. So it doesn't go both ways. But yeah, let me say this Chubby does a good job. For 70 bucks, this is, in my opinion, still the best brush you can get for under 100. It's made by Zenith, and Razorock sells it. Zenith, I think, is from Italy, I think. But yeah, the backbone is about medium. It's pretty dense. Yeah, the main concern with Silvertips are the backbone. Once you get good backbone out of them, which is very rare, you probably have yourself a good brush. I kind of gave up on Silvertips because I went through a ton of Silvertips before I tried 2-band, and they were all just floppy to me. This is like the first Silvertip I've tried. I know the High Mountain Silvertip also has a good backbone. It's also crazy dense, but in general, Silvertips, especially the cheaper ones, they have less hair, which means less density, which means if it's not set super low, if the loft is not short, it's gonna be floppy city. Some people like floppy. Like I know Tim Shave said he likes the floppiness of a brush. He probably likes both. He has a wide array of tastes, and so do I. But actually, I originally did like floppy brushes, and then when I tried like a really soft 2-band, it might have either been a soft batch or like a treated one, which was like jelly. It kind of made me look at them differently, and I just kind of got used to that. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on the brush. And this is like, for me, the perfect desired consistency of milk steak. It's like creamy, but you can see the sheen off it. It's still thick. It's perfect. So I'll talk more about the scent, and then I guess on my third pass, I'll give you my thoughts on the razor. So the scent notes in this soap: Gratiot League Square by Chatillon Luxe. Once again, this is a collaboration. This feels a little tuggy right here. Okay, cool. Once you find the angle, you gotta keep it a little steep. So this one, you gotta not keep it as steep as the carve, like kind of like, you know how the carve is like, you gotta keep it like this. This one, you gotta do it like just between 45 and whatever, however steep, super steep the carve is. Yeah. Yep. Anyways, yeah, scent notes. Yeah, Yeah, that's perfect right there. Scent notes are tobacco, leather, rose, clove, nutmeg, sandalwood, vetiver, vanilla, musk, bergamot, and amber. Wow, yeah, look at this. It's like super, super shiny. The lather, it's perfect for me. Not perfect for everyone. Have to include that when I say that. There is no perfect lather for everyone. Some people like dry lathers, some people like wet lathers. I know CDD touches on that a lot, and he's absolutely right. Wow, we're pretty close, guys. We're close to BBS. This is a very efficient razor. I mean, it is the maximum gap. They offer like a bunch of other gaps. I forgot what they were, but this retails for, I know, I'll get to this. This retails for $75 with one gap. I think if you get the full 4 gap setup, including the open comb, it's like $150. The caveat is, I think to the US, you have to pay like $25 shipping because it's coming from Russia. You can only get them from Russia right now, for those who are wondering. And whenever they do restock the Tega, the adjustable, you'd get it from Russia as well. Oh, beautiful scent. Dark but beautiful. I think I like wine stress more, but completely different. I guess I tend to like brighter scents. No, I like both. Sorry, I get sidetracked and I talk too much. All right. Yeah, so to my nose, I get leather, I get musk, I get tobacco. When I say tobacco, it's not sweet at all. It's more of a, if anything, it kind of resonates to me in my head as maybe like a tobacco leaf. I only say that because I associate pipe tobacco with sweetness. So I have no idea what kind of tobacco was used, but in my head, it's not sweet at all. The vanilla probably adds the tiny bit of sweetness that it has. And the vanilla in this probably what makes this soap darker. This is the side label. I had to start showing off that more. I was supposed to go this direction like an idiot. Lather channels are good. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I get the vanilla, I get the bergamot. I don't really get bergamot. I get musk. Those are the main things. Maybe a little bit of nutmeg, sandalwood, maybe, not really. I don't get rose or clove or anything like that. Maybe some amber. I get mostly the dark notes. And it kind of makes sense, but I feel like it probably complements it in the background enough where it adds like that depth to the scent. Like maybe that's how it was intended. So I'm by no means saying it shouldn't be there, because it would probably smell completely different without those scent notes. But for me, what did I use yesterday? Opulence. That was a great one for winter time. This one's also great for winter time, maybe the fall. You could get away with it in the winter for sure. But I would say the fall. Yeah. So I do have a little tenderness on the cheek. I'm having trouble getting the angle because it's steeper. Especially when I'm going up here. Yeah. It's very efficient. You get a little bit of blade feel. It's like almost like sneaky blade feel, you know? You don't expect it. But that is mitigated with really good efficiency. So I wish I could try the other gaps. Because, yeah, even though the head looks similar to the Tega, I would crank that thing up to a high gap and you would still not even feel the blade. Ken did a few great videos on them back in the summer if you guys want to check the Tega out for comparison. But This to me feels completely different, even though the head looks the same, pretty much. So yeah, take that how you will. So I thought it would be like the same razor except more solid because that one was finicky for me. But this one is just different. So the angle is not the easiest to find in the world because it's a little steep, but has really good efficiency, good pricing for its build quality. Yeah, like this has a lot more blade feel than my Wolfman, I would say, but I would maybe even go as far as to say it has similar efficiency, maybe even similar to something like the Blackbird. Yeah, to kind of give you an idea, maybe just under, it's pretty efficient. I didn't really have to buff or clean up much. It was kind of just like my regular 3-pass in the same directions I always do, and I'm at BBS. Yeah, so I kind of been over shaving, so that's my cue. Let me rinse off real quick. Still got crap tons of lather in the brush, which is my fault. Post shave feels fantastic, as usual with milk steak. So yeah, my follow-up thoughts on the razor. Homelike start, great razor for the price. If you're not looking for, I don't know, like the blade feels kind of like sneaky to me. If it's like, if you're okay with like a steeper angle like the Carve, which many people love, it's a good alternative, and I think it's a better value than the Carve because the Carve is around the same price at $75, but that's the bronze version, which will patina. It's not like stainless steel. It's going to oxidize, and that drives me nuts personally. Oh, I'm using the Feather SS right now with a Kai Captain Mile and like its 15th, umpteenth use. I don't know. Not gonna go too crazy. I think I just hit 200 subs. So thanks guys, I appreciate that. I'll probably make a video saying thank you on its own. A little bit of irritation here. Neck is pretty good, ironically. I typically get irritation on the neck if I do, and then the face is like golden, but today it's the opposite. It's like a little bit of tenderness here. Neck is golden in BBS as hell. So that's my thoughts on that. But yeah, thank you guys. I'll probably make another video. I guess it's that time. We'll see. I said I would part ways with the beard when I got to this milestone. So I'll probably do that Monday, and we'll see how it goes. Not sure if I'll film over the weekend. We'll see. We're pretty much good. Yeah, so overview. I talked a lot about the razor, probably more than I should have. I didn't really talk much about the scent, kind of both. Really efficient, medium blade feel, required a little bit harder to find the angle I find than most razors, but I guess if you're someone who uses it every day, probably won't be an issue for you. So lather channels is good, build quality is good, price is good. Only problem is you have to get it from frickin' Russia, and in today's climate with COVID, good luck getting that thing. I got this on BST, so I did not get this from Russia. Yeah, Razorock Chubby did great for Silvertip. Not too shabby. Scent was phenomenal, in my opinion, if you like leather scents. I prefer this over Raconteur, big time, which is also another leather scent from, I believe, APR. But yeah, all in all, great shave. We're gonna finish up with the matching splash. This is the aftershave. So I'm probably just gonna put a couple drops on there. What are we at? That's like 10. Cool. Put a little bit of Mysterium Serum, why not? Not that I need it. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm actually getting the same notes that I get. I still get the musk. I get even more leather. For me, it's like straight up tobacco and leather, vanilla and musk. Yeah, maybe a little bit of amber. Yeah, for me, it comes off predominantly those notes, but I still really, really enjoy it. So if that sounds like it's right up your alley, maybe pick it up. If not, I would venture on to a different scent. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Peace.